The ways that the American myopia presents itself is that we tend to think that the world sees America as Democratic presidents doing one thing, Republican presidents doing one thing, and treat our presidents and American and foreign policy differently depending on who's in the White House. Let me give you an example of that. We're not only just talking about foreign policy, but a couple of examples. If a loved one is, say, killed in a drone strike, it's not going to matter to you whether the person who authorized that drone strike was part of a Democratic administration or Republican administration. What matters is that it was an American. Similarly, if we all saw those gruesome images of people from the border control using what appeared to be whips on Haitians at the border in Texas, and the Vice President of the United States, Kamala Harris, said rightly that this is outrageous and we can't allow this, but of course, she's the Vice President. She's now in a position to do something about it. She's not just critiquing the Trump administration as she did when she was a U.S. Senator. If you are one of the Haitians in that scenario, the fact that the Vice President thinks it's outrageous doesn't help you. And you are no more likely to think differently because it was a Democratic administration. What the world saw was the American government doing this. What the world saw in Afghanistan, what they sees in drone strikes, whether it was Obama or Biden, is that the Americans are doing drone strikes. And we need to understand this. This constant expectation that when a Joe Biden, as vice president in 2009 and 10, or as president now, goes to the world and says America is back and everyone's supposed to breathe a sigh of relief because it's suddenly a Democrat. And most people around the world do understand that Democrats are kind of more reasonable than Republicans. It doesn't really work that way. America, in the world's eyes, is America. And America's foibles, mistakes, and really sometimes horrific foreign policy decisions are seen as American decisions. And all Americans are held responsible for that, whether they are Democrats or Republicans.